Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about economic institution and development, a global perspective. The countries is a black contain 15% of the world population but produce 50% of the world gross domestic products. The countries is dark gray contain 50% of the world population but produce less than 15% of the world GDP. Principle and the concept economic development. What is the real meaning of development? How can one apply economic concept and the theories to gain a better understanding of development's process? Why do some countries develop and others remain poor? What are the source of development and how do we measure development? Principle and the concept economic development. Does historical record of the development help us understand it better? What are the most influential theories of development and are they compatible? Is development process of developing nations and independent or independent with that of a developed nation? Principle and the concept economic development. Example of an affluent economic and subsistent economic. Nature of development economic. Traditional economic. Efficient allocations of the scarce resources. Political economic. Social and political process development economic. Role of value attitudes and institution. Money left after all necessary bills have been paid is called expendable income. Definition of economic development 1950s. In the economic terms, development is the capacity of a nation to generate and sustain an annual increase in GNP of 55% or more. Traditional economic measure GDP is the market value of all final goods and service produced within a country is a given period of time. GNP is the market value of all final goods and service produced by permanent resident of a country in a given period of time. GNP is equal to GDP plus net factor income from abroad. Definitions of economic development. Common alternative index is the rate of growth of income per capita of the per capita GNP. Per capita GNP is the per head value of final goods and service produced by permanent residents of a country in a given period of time. It is converted to USD using the current exchange rate. PPP measure the number of unit of a country currency required to purchase the same basket of the goods and services in the local market that a US $1 would buy in the USA. Under PPP, exchange rate should adjust to equalize the price of a common basket of the goods and service across countries. Pen world table rank countries using the PPP method. The Hamburg stand. Comparison of the GNP, UK, USA, Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, China, India, and Sri Lanka. Problem. Understanding of the income by developing countries and the high proportion of the income is generated for the self-consumption. Price of non-traditional good are not appropriate, reflecting exchange rates and market are not competitive and the externalities are not reflected. The technology gap referred to the gap in the access to and the knowledge about technology. Poor population have less access to technology and younger people tend to know more about how to use technology than older people. Definition of economic development 1970 determinants of the GNP in the 1970 and the increased emphasis of the redistributions from growth. Increased emphasis of on non-economic social economic development consists of the reductions of the elements of poverty, inequality, and unemployment within the context of the growing economic. A result frontier contain natural resources. Human goal of economic development since capabilities approach economic growth is not an end in itself and has to enhance the life people lead and the freedom that they enjoy. Capability to functions to is what matter for status as a poor or non-poor person and it goes beyond availability of the commodities. Capabilities freedom that a person has in terms of the choice of his functions. Function is what a person does with commodities of the given characteristic that they possess. Specialized economic zone offer incentives for the foreign business. In China, many foreign companies have established headquarters in this special economic zone. The idea that an abundance of the both fossil fuels and the alternative energy is available throughout the world and that these resources can be shared is the fundamental principle of the optimized view. The concept of function reflects the values that can a person may value doing. Therefore, development cannot focus only on income, but we also need to look at other factors in impacting at the person capability to function. Amartya Sen phrased five sources of this disparity between real income and actual advantage. Personal heterogeneous environment diversity, social climate variety is different in relationship, perspective, and distribution within family. Definition of economic development. World Bank in the 1990 WRD assert the challenge of development in it to improve the quality of life. The improve QOL involve high income, better education, higher standard of the health and nutrition, less poverty, a cleaner environment, more equality of the opportunity, greater individual freedom, a rich cultural life. Standard of living is a measure of the health and person enjoy that a person experience. A bias industry is one in which most of the goods and services produced are exported out of the geographic region. Economic factor of the development, capital level, natural resources, technology, established market. Non-economical factor, attitude towards life and work, public and private structure, cultural tradition, system of the land tenure, property right, integrity of the government agencies. Development is a multi-dimensional process involving changing in social structure, popular attribute, and natural institution, as well as the accelerations of the economic growth, the reductions of inequality, and the eradications of poverty. Development is a both physical reality and state of the mind for attending a better life. Three basic core values as a practical guidance for understanding the development. Sustenance, self-esteem, freedom. Space component of the better life vary from time to time and from society to society. Three objectives of the development: increase availability and distributions of the basic good, raise level of living, expand range of social and economical choice available of individual. Human Development Index. Human Development Index initiated in 1990s undertaken by UNDP in its annual series of HDR. HDR is based on three goals: longevity, knowledge, and standard of living. HDR is one-third of income index, one-third of the life expectancy, and one-third of education index. This is the way how we can improve. This is the way how we can add value. This is the way how we can improve the life. If you have any question, you directly can communicate with me. Thank you. Bye-bye and take care.